Hello, my YouTube friends. At the time of making this walkthrough, the uploader is completely busted for me for the second time in a row, and Vizd is down. They're probably updating the servers again, so I have absolutely nothing to do. So I figure I'll do another walkthrough of another freeware game. This time we're doing Jables Adventure, which is a metroidvania game that is more or less a parody of metroidvania games. This game is not really serious at all. It's pretty easy. They're the only hard part of the bosses, and even they're easy once you know what to do. And it's very short. You can beat it within 20 minutes at the most. That is Jable and Squiddy. Squiddy is one of the coolest people of all time. Would you like to be? Okay, let's try this again. Hello. That was really down. The people that look down are save points, and when you hit the first one, you beat the game. So you don't start out with a gun, kind of like Cave Story, but also like Cave Story, you get it very early on. Some of these houses have funny. That one doesn't. Which one has the? Some of these houses have a really funny stuff in them. That one has a girl watching TV. I'm looking for a specific one. Here it is. You can find the keyboard cat. The music in this game, this whole game in general, is very well done. The pixelated graphics are beautiful. The music is really good. You can even download the OST, which is nice. And it's very for such a short game, it's very addictive. Well, I won't say addicting, but it's very well made for a game. It's perfect for its length. Is what I guess what I'm trying to say. I can't think straight. It's 2 in the morning. Okay, 1 in the morning. That guy's gonna play golf. Blah blah blah. Yeah, Squiddy doesn't do anything except talk. And then again, Jable doesn't do anything except jump around and shoot. And not even until you get the gun. You have 5 hit points, but you can get more by collecting fruit to increase it to eventually a maximum of 15, which is a good bit. And the other items you get are scuba gear, which allows you to go underwater, surprise there, and a jetpack, which allows you to fly, also surprise there. So eventually we'll be able to come back here and kill all these guys, but until then we just wait. Save point, high five save point no less, that's awesome. That's the coolest kind of save point, am I right? The first area, which is kind of like a hub of sorts, is this grassland town area. And we will eventually, well, pretty soon here, be going to the second area, which is, there are only 4 areas in this game. We will now head to the second area, which is the forest, which has my favorite song in the game other than the final boss theme. Oh wait, hold on. This is the way to the... Okay, and I forget where to get the gun. Okay, hold on. So yeah, you get the gun before you go into the forest. And I don't remember where to get the gun. So let's go look for the gun. Ow. That was dumb. Those little juice box things refill your health. Not gonna lie, I was kind of just bored and decided to do a walkthrough, mostly because I saw Mega Zero. I kept seeing him doing his 03 and Mega Man 2 playthroughs, so I'm just like, dude, I've made a walkthrough forever, I want to make a walkthrough. But instead of doing a full-length game like Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 03, I do these little quick 20-minute games that can be beaten in 20 minutes. Make of that what you will. Can't really say I'm a better gamer than most, but hey, earlier today I was really bored, and I was playing Super Mario 64 on my Wii, for WiiWare obviously. This is where you get the gun. And I beat it for only the second time actually, with 81 stars, which only marks the second time I've ever beaten that game, which is pretty cool. The first being the DS version. So I guess it is the first time I've beaten the original version, but anyways. And it kind of inspired me to play Super Mario Sunshine again, which is probably my favorite Mario game ever, apart from the RPGs. And in Sunshine, when I was a kid playing that game, I got really far. I was able to get around 100 shine sprites, and I was trying to think of ones that I could still go for now that I'm much better at it. And I remember the pinball machine one, which is like the hardest one in the whole game, or maybe not the hardest, but it's one of the hardest. I always hated the timed ones in that game, but I remember the pinball in that game. There's the gun. And whoops. And after like 3 attempts, I actually got the pinball one, which was pretty awesome because it was the first time in like 5 years I'd ever attempted that Shine Sprite. So who knows? I might actually go back to that game just to get all 120 Shine Sprites if I'm not too wrapped up fighting the coin fish over and over and over again, because that was like one of my favorite boss fights ever as a kid. And it didn't occur to me until recently that like on all my countdowns of like favorite boss, well, I never really made a favorite bosses countdown, but throughout my existence on YouTube, I never really talked about how much I absolutely loved the coin fish from Super Mario Sunshine as a kid. That was like one of my favorite bosses ever in any game, and Sunshine was the game I played the crap out of. I always hated how Sunshine got crap. That was easily my favorite Mario game ever. And that's talking over Mario 3 too. Mario 3 is one of my favorite platforming games of all time. Of course, Mario 3 is one of my favorite platform games of all time, but still, the point remains. Okay, so now we have the gun, we can go to the forest. We can avoid me being stupid and trying to go to the forest without the gun. Because that'd be dumb. Because then we'd be taking on the first boss without the gun, which would then render it impossible because you can't beat the first boss without the gun. You need to do this little thing called shooting him in order to, you know, drain his health. The forest is also where we'll get our first fruit, so I don't have to stick with 5 health. Everything in the game does every basic enemy in the game does 1 damage, I think. But bosses can do, bosses have attacks that do more. I think every basic enemy in the game does 1 damage. I might be wrong with that though. No, they don't. No, their enemies in Squidville do more, I think. Oh yeah, the final area of Squidville, it's a volcano. Climactic volcano, you always see that crap. Why not? Pull the crap out of the smiley face boxes. That never does anything. At least I don't think. I've never seen it do anything. I don't know why it's even there, except for to creep you out. Birds are annoying. This is where we see one of the tougher enemies in the game, the bear, but it just runs back and forth if you jump up here. You can kill it, but it takes like 20 or so hits to kill it. Let's go to the forest. Crazy mushrooms. Seriously, look at that guy. Hypercam might lag a little bit, but that guy is like flying around. Well, not flying, but he's like spinning around like a mofo. Oh, I almost died. So is that guy. And here's Pokey, the only other thing in this game that even resembles a main character. You talk to him and then you can use him as a platform. Also, he's a talking cactus, just in case you didn't notice. There's another bear. And there's our first fruit, the orange. Wait, I thought the apple was the first. I think I missed one somewhere. That doesn't matter. I'll get it later on. Considering the first boss isn't really hard. Actually, I might have some trouble. It's only 7 health. And the first boss is the only one... Actually, I think the first boss is probably the hardest one in the game. Even though it took me like 5 minutes... It took me a little bit... Here, it's right here, the lumberjack. Don't you know? Hey, I'm not a tree. Or don't you know? I'm not a tree. Blah, 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 blah. So his attack pattern is really basic. He just runs around and chases you with a chainsaw. But then he also does this, which renders him invincible, which is annoying. That's the only reason I was kind of worried about taking on this guy with only 7 health. Because last time I did with 9. Oh, also that attack spawns an enemy every time he does it. He's also invincible when he's running to it. That's kind of irritating. But he's still not that hard. I don't know if you can... I think you can destroy those... Yeah, you can destroy those acorns. One more round and he'll be dead. Yeah, as you can see, this game doesn't really take itself seriously at all. For starters, you're playing as a kid with a squid on his head. But then again, that's also awesome. And there he goes. Jame after being defeated. Lumber. I don't know, Lumber the hero. That enemy is going to crawl over there and kill me. Nope. The hero needs to slow out there. I'll get you Timber Trickster. But first, I have a feeling. Wow! I can get damage in dialogue. I didn't know that. And we get the scuba gear. Write that. I can carve wood in my sleeve. That man is awesome. He also has a huge beard. Underwater music is pretty. And we have scuba gear. I don't exactly know what happens when you go into water before you get the scuba gear, but I don't really care. Ironically enough, I've kind of phased out of my love for freeware games. I mean, I still love them, but I stopped downloading them like a madman after a while because I got back into playing old school RPGs. And right now I'm playing through Treasure of the Rudras for the second time since I beat it the first time. And I forgot how awesome that game is. I also never realized something. Did anyone else notice that Chrono Trigger and Live Alive have like the exact same plot? Think about it. I will describe a plot and let's see which. Think about it. There are several heroes from a separate time period, each from a separate time period, that must solve conflicts in their own time period before eventually teaming up to destroy this one big threat that is destroying all of time and space and the world and everything. Did I just describe the plot to Chrono Trigger or Live Alive? Granted, I've only played Live Alive for like 20 minutes, but it was kind of apparent where that game was going. Where is the apple? I know there was an apple. Yeah, I kind of like these short walkthroughs that I do. I mean, it's like I get to do a game that probably no one. Ow! Wow, that was bad. I get to do a game that like no one else has heard about. I get to show off me being good.